Peter Kuznick is the Professor of History and Director of the Nuclear Studies Institute at American University. Professor is now joining us live from Washington, D.C. Welcome to the show, Professor. So, for the first time, the United Nations Security Council has voted for a call for a ceasefire in Gaza after the U.S. abstained. Rather than using its veto as it has done on previous occasions, focus now is on enforcing the resolutions. How effective do you think this resolution will be? Will it stop the war?
Well, the UN Security Council does not have the ability to force this resolution to be accepted, but they can put pressure and they can put sanctions on the parties that don't abide by the resolution. This is now a legally binding resolution. It represents international law. So anybody who is opposed in breach of this resolution is transgressing against international law. That's very, very serious. Will the Israelis abide by this? We don't know, but the world at least is hoping that they will.
Professor, the White House reacted and said U.S. abstention on the Council resolution does not indicate shift in policy. But it seems Israel was not happy about America's move, with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying he will not send a delegation as planned to Washington. What do you think will happen next?
Netanyahu accused the United States of betraying Israel by not vetoing this resolution. They had said ahead of time that that was the case. They demanded the United States act. There's been a growing rift between the United States and Israel. Biden is under enormous pressure. He's sabotaging his own re-election. There are many groups in the United States, including young people, my students, as well as people of color and progressives, who are furious with the Biden administration for continuing to provide the money and the arms that are being used to slaughter people in Palestine. Those images are still on American TV almost daily and all over around the rest of the world. So Biden was forced to act finally. And when the negotiation was going on the wording up to the last minute, and they changed the demand for a permanent ceasefire to a lasting ceasefire. That gave the United States enough wiggle room that it could finally abstain on this resolution rather than veto it.
All right. I've been talking to Professor Peter Kuznick. Professor, thank you very much for your insights and for talking to us today.
My pleasure.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.